Welcome back. In order to provide an adequate public education to Guam's public school students, at the minimum, GPSS must provide the following 14 points. 1 through 5 include having certified teachers for every classroom, certified professional administrators, guidance counselors, health counselors, as well as certified health professionals. Points 6 through 10 include providing students with the air-conditioned classrooms, a daily ration of drinking and washing water, reliable electricity, proper sanitation throughout restrooms, dining areas, and classrooms, and a safe learning environment. And finally, points 11 through 14 would ensure students receive requested text and workbooks for each of their classes, that all libraries meet strict U.S. library standards, and ensure students attend at least 180 instructional days of school each year, and last but not least, provide for regular and timely school bus transportation to and from the schools. Once again, we are talking with the Guam Education Policy Board Chair Peter Alexis Atta and Vice Chair Joe San Agustin. Gentlemen, thank you very much. That was a mouthful, wasn't it?
Yes.
Now, what of these 14 points do you not agree with or feel as though students can literally do without?
None.
None. I'm glad to hear you say that. They do need them, but we're going to have to massage it.
Okay, well, let's be realistic. And I have no problems with facing the legislature and say we may have a problem with getting every classroom certified with a teacher. Okay? All the others we can try to work with as much as we can. What the legislature wants to know is come in and tell us what stumbling blocks are you facing. Keep us posted. Don't keep us in the dark. And that's exactly what they want to know.
And Joe, you had some good points you wanted to share.
Well, going back to the 14 points that you mentioned, I kind of zero in on the air condition. And I brought this up to many of the schools. Number one, the point there, it has air conditioned or classroom ventilated at 78 degrees. 78 degrees does not constitute air condition. The air condition is nice to have, but if we don't have funding for air condition, we need to change our windows and put in the proper fans and for ventilation to make sure we meet 78 degrees. If there's no money, we just can't purchase the air conditioner and we can't maintain it, we can't replace it. We need to move to something else. And that's going to be up to the legislature to decide. We're going to identify what it's going to cost to put in the air conditioner.
So it's clear we're not going to follow the CAPE law to the T. Many complain as a result of that we can't afford not to. Their argument is with the administration's plan to build another 3 to 5 new schools on Guam, who's going to pay for their operational costs each and every year?
Well,
because I mean, look at it, 184 already, they're asking for 293. You know, we're going to have 3 to 5 new schools in the next few years.
Sonia, the reality is, don't forget, the demographics are moving up to the north, okay? We have to face that. And the legislature is going to have to bite the bullet on that particular, because they've already set a criteria that we must follow. And we will do our due diligence to follow that. But at the same time, we cannot afford to continue having an overcrowded school or a classroom. We gotta, and this is now the time when the schools are being built. Who's going to pay for it? We will. We as taxpayers.
Another problem, what will we do when Dodea expands and takes more of our local teachers to run their school?
God, I hope not.
That's a major problem right now, folks.
It is a problem.
What are we doing to
We've got to take care of our
ensure?
teachers. We've got to take care of our teachers. We may have to, that's a topic that I think all of us have popped that into our head.
The increase in military, they're going to need more.
We've got to take care of our own teachers.
But Sonia, we must keep in mind the last board passed and approved 30% increase in pay. The legislature only gave 14%. Now that's something we need to take a look again, because the salary that our current teachers are getting today, we may have to increase that so we can keep our teachers. Because that's why they're going to Dodea. They're getting a higher salary.
Exactly, they're being stolen.
Now when you mention about the schools that are being built, we have to keep in mind, number one, as the population is moving north, when the school population reduces in the central and on the southern portion, the superintendent will have to shift and reassign some of the staff up north to meet that need.
Yes.
Okay, there's going to be a movement. We know for a fact that on the 2 elementary schools that are being built in the northern site, most of the staff is going to come from J.M. Guerrero Elementary, which is going to be converted to a middle school. So there's, you know, the elementary teachers are going to go to the elementary schools. The middle school staff is going to go to the middle school. So there's going to be a lot of reassignment and a shifting of staff and so forth.
Now, some complain the board's decision to cut back on the CAPE law is having the mentality that if you can't get good grades in all the subjects, just to eliminate the subjects you can't pass, and then you get straight A's on your report card. What do you say to that complaint?
No, that's news to me. I haven't heard that, have you?
No, not at all.
It just seems like they're being cheated is what they feel.
I think
you're chipping away at something Guam literally needs. What are we, a third world country?
No,
who's chipping what? What do you?
I think you might be relating to
the CAPE law.
I think you're relating more with the direct instruction. Are you that what you're referring to on the subjects?
No, the CAPE law. Like some could be done away with. Some of the 14 points.
No,
you know,
so they're saying you're already starting to chip away at it, so you're literally cheating us out of what we deserve as students on this island.
Every child here is entitled to maximize his learning capabilities in any manner, shape, or form, and a safe environment learning from the moment he moves out of his house to the time he returns back to his home.
And you feel as though we are currently providing that?
I certainly would hope so. And if anything less than that, then I will start questioning my own mind.
There you go.
And on the budget, we're going to submit to fulfill the 14 points.
You will. And that's a promise.
That's where we're heading to right now.
We're focused on that, Ms. Sonia. Every time a principal walks in, we look at that 14 points. Let's look at each of these. Answer it, yes or no.
And let's make it happen.